Noob Studio.
I want to make a book celebrating shops around the world. I always have the book next to me, just in case, It took me a year, emails to my homies that own skate shops around Europe, US, and all over. All the photos in the book are coming from the community of each skate shop. We need more heart in this world. With more love, with more sharing, we probably solve a lot of problems. Living as an artist is not just like having a canvas and paint on it. For me, living as an artist is traveling, making books, create music, eating something different. Pending on skateboard magazines was probably my best idea. Nowadays, not enough to be good. You have to be incredible. Do you want me to do something good or something incredible? If you listen to this, take your chance. Nobody will for you.
Thank you so much, Lucas Beaufort, for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to spread the word to different part of the world, And I guess your community is like based in Mexico.
Yeah.
And I'm stoked to be able to give them, some stories and who I am to your community. So yeah, that's good.
Thank you so much for being here. I would like to start like you kind of fusion your like skateboarding and like painting. How did you first like start? Like, were you skateboarding like when you were growing up?
I guess that everything started through my mom. She bought me a skateboard for me and my brother when we were like 5, 6. But at that time, it was just a piece of a plastic board or something just to roll over and no tricks, no culture, nothing, just something to have fun.
That's amazing.
And I had so much fun. I had a lot of like holes on my clothes, and my mom, she was bummed, and she said, "Okay, no more skateboarding." and then, let's say, when I turned like 13, she asked me what I want for Christmas, and I said I want my skateboard back.
Nice.
But not this one.
Right.
I was like, let's go to a proper skate shop in France. So it was in Toulouse, which is like one of the biggest city in the country. And we went to Okla. It's the name of the skate shop, and it's still open, which is good.
It's amazing.
And yeah, it was in 1994, and I started like without knowing anything about skateboarding. That's the thing, is I didn't. When I started, it was just a proper skateboard, but I had no idea that you could do tricks and stuff. I was just, damn, I don't know. I like this back, and I started to try to go over sidewalks, and it was very difficult, and then I went back home where I grew up in the French Riviera. So it's Nice, Cannes, in this southeast of France. And I decided to just cruise around with my board, and I saw, but just like randomly, the skate spot with like 100 of skateboarders,
Wow.
And it was there. And I saw like people like jumping over handrails and stairs, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then they said like, there's a skate shop over there, you should go. It was the beginning of everything. I was okay, let's go. And I convinced my friends where I lived. So it's near Cannes, so it's a very small village. I was like, guys, there's something happening there. Grab your board, get a board, whatever. Let's go and let's link up. And that's how everything started. Because the painting things came after, like way after.
Yeah.
Almost 15 years after I discovered skateboarding. So it was like a late thing.
That's amazing. And what hooked you into skateboarding? Like, maybe like I saw in one of your interviews that you were familiar with skateboard magazines, and like you were like hooked with that too. And it was more like a visual thing, or it was more like kind of an art form of expression, or what do you think was the first thing that hooks you to skateboarding?
No, honestly, it was a dream, it was like entering another world, It
Yep.
was like I saw all those kids. It was I really remember that time in Cannes. It was every Saturday we used to go there, and it was from 12 to 22, you know. So it
Wow.
was a group of people like 22 years old
Yep.
together, and then the youngest, and it was like, hey kids, get out.
Yeah.
We are the main guys for the plaza, so we were like
Yeah.
really like amazed by the older dudes, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's funny because back then 22, 25 to me they were like grandpa, you know,
Right.
grandfather or something.
Yeah. The way
And
too
now
old. Uh-huh.
you see like even like I saw like Shane O'Neill is like 33, 34.
Uh-huh.
And think about it, like in the 90s, 33, 34, it's like
They were
you
grown
were
grown.
already out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were already old. And now you see like people like Guy Mariano, how old is he? 44, 45, maybe 47 or something.
Yeah. And he
So,
still's like kicking it.
yeah, which is good, you know, like what's next for you if you're done at 25, you know, like what do you want to do? You want to be a rep, sell products and stuff, you know? I think it's
Right.
good that you can be a pro, live skateboarding at the age of like how many skateboarders are still like making it happen in the 30s? So many, so
Yeah.
many. I would say even like late 30s, you're young in skateboarding now, right
Right.
now.
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's kind of changing to that, right? Like because like skateboarding is like spreading like in a wide spectrum that anyone can approach to skate in a very different way. And I think that's like so beneficial for the sport and also like for our human experience in some way, you know? Like we can like less as you said you were 12 and you were like hanging out with people that were like way older than you and you like learn from them and I think that's so rich, right?
Yeah, we were like so much respectful, you know. I'm like I'm always amazed when I see like even like outside of skateboarding, you know, you go, you hang out and you see like super young kids trying to fight like all the dudes. They're like 14 and they like wait in the queue to get a sandwich or something
Yep.
and they're like, "Hey, fuck you, bro." It's like, "Hey, he's like it could be your dad, you know?"
Right.
I
Yeah.
think we lost it. We lost this thing, you know, like the respect of the older dude,
Yeah.
you know, like we should be like more. I mean, it's happening everywhere, you know, like the
Yeah.
young teenager are like, you know, it's like
Yeah,
I want to
exactly.
do my thing. I don't want to say it's happening everywhere, you know. It's just feel like the youth are really like, hey, you know what? I want to do it how I want to do it, and I don't say they don't respect elders. Now I see like less of respect, but not only in like in different in the world we live. You know, it's
Right.
like where is the respect? You know, we should pay attention of
Yeah.
those people that pave. You know, like hey, don't forget them. You know, super
Yeah.
important.
Do you think it's like more of a condition of our digital era or our digital generation that maybe we are more absent in a more, physical kind of way? You know, like we chat, we text a lot, but we don't speak as much on the telephone.
That's so true, man. It's we're living in a very crazy era, to be honest with you. Like everything is so fast. We don't take the time to respond to anything. We just like leave people on view. They say like, oh, he has seen my message but doesn't even respond.
Right.
This thing of like, I don't know. I'm not like this.
Right.
I'm not this kind of person. Like any kind of dude, send me a message through Instagram saying like, Lucas, thank you for what you do.
Yeah.
Always respond. I will always take the time to those people. Always, ever, ever, no matter what. And I see like different things, it's like, yeah, I don't need to respond. I send you a message. I don't need to respond.
Yeah.
I got like thousands of emails. I don't respond. I have thousands of texts. I don't respond. What is this? Where are we going like this?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't like this. To be honest with you, it's like, hey, let's respect. Come on, like you
Yeah.
text me about, hey, Lucas, what do you think about this movie? Should I respond or should I just don't give a fuck?
Right.
I think if I know you and you talk to me, I mean, I have to at least take the time to respond, you know. I
Absolutely.
don't know what's going on, you know. I think is yeah, really crazy how it is. And I try to be super no, optimistic, you
Yeah.
know, person, but
It's
it's
hard
like
these days, right?
yeah, it's hard, you know, like to see like, have you seen the last movie? Yeah, what movie? You know, it's like where we are, what web series, what film, what skateboarding movie? You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like
Always
super
evolving.
hard to.
Keep up.
Yeah, there's always something, you know, boom, 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 and stacking, and yeah. I would love to see things like slowing down. I would love
Right.
to go like GenCam is a good example of a website where go on the website. They don't put like a new article every day. It's probably every 3 days. And you know what I do? Then I wait for the next one. Can I do the same with Thrasher? Hell no. It's too much. Like
Yeah,
five
it's way.
videos a day? No. Thank you. I don't need this.
Yeah.
So yeah. If I can make a wish, yeah, let's slow down things and let's be more focused on things.
Right.
Let's be more connected with people. Let's be
Exactly.
more like aware of like what's going on.
Yeah, and especially
Let's
because connectivity is such an important subject in what you do in your work, right? You try to connect like people and like stories, and from what I've seen is like human relation, right? Through your art.
super important, super important. Like I, I'm not like an old man saying like it was better before,
Yeah.
but let's talk about Instagram. Back in the days, we were like chatting with people. You wake up, you have like tons of DMs, and you talk to people.
Yeah.
Now it's nothing's happening. Just a tons of like videos
Scrolling.
and
Yeah.
photos and TikTok and dancing. And where is the connection? You know, no. Where is the point about this app anymore? What's the point?
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
tired of it. I'm tired of like you have to follow trends, you have to post at 6 p.m., you have to
Right.
dance, you have to do reels because posting a photo is not relevant anymore.
Yeah. And also the algorithm like won't like prioritize, right?
Yeah, algorithm is money. They
Exactly.
just want you to put money in the app.
Yeah.
So it was good before, used it to just promote what I do, and now it's just like I don't know. I'm lost in this app anymore, you know.
Yeah.
All I see is like people jumping over buildings,
Yep.
crazy flips,
Yeah.
uh, the mom screaming over their kids,
Yeah.
the cat that can speak, the you know, it's just
Yeah.
like the longer mustache ever,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
no, what is this? You know, let's put the phone on the side and
Yeah.
let's go out. Let's show the world that future is not only to be on the phone and liking photos.
Right.
I'd love to see this. I'd love to. I go crazy. I'd love to say 24 hours, no posting, no posting, no stories, nothing. Am I able to do this? The world? Not sure. Because
Yeah.
people are so selfish. They just want to have followers, they want to have likes, they don't care about the world, you know.
Right.
But I think we should just give Instagram or whatever app, you know, social network, we should give them some reaction, you know. It's
Right.
like
Just take a break. It could be a challenge, right? Like, yeah, let's just drop the phone for a bit and try to enjoy, I don't know, the people that are just close to us or near to us, or go to a skate park or do whatever, right? But outside this digital life.
it's it's all about to be collective, you know,
Yep.
the to be collective action. You know, I thought about it about like in France, there's a lot of riots and strikes in France happening. It's just common, you know. It's like every Saturday you have a new people protesting, and it's a cool thing, you know. Like we need this, of
Yep.
course. And right now we have like a lot of people working in how you call the
Yep.
farmers, you know, they're like in the streets and like fighting for a lot of good things because they don't make money, they work a lot, it's very hard for them. And I'm like, okay, they do things, but is it going to have response from the government? And I thought about it, like maybe the response is not just them doing something, is maybe to be together, which is like the 65 millions of French people. And it's not a political conversation, but I thought about it, like
Yeah, yeah.
instead of like protesting, and because when you protest, sometimes it goes like with fight, and it
Hmm.
goes crazy. People destroy, boutiques, and for people that are in peace, and it's
Right.
not good for them. But
Hmm.
I thought, like, what about a reaction and it could work to me. It could work anywhere in the world.
Right.
The reaction is don't go working. We don't like. I'm not a farmer,
Hmm.
but I want to support.
Yep.
And we say, I don't know how it's possible, but we kind of like spread the word. 1 month on Tuesday, we stay at home.
Yep.
Nothing is happening in France.
Hmm.
No, no delivery, nothing. Next day, you have the government. They want to talk to someone
Yep.
who is the leader of this and say, what do you want? You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
it's
You
like,
stop the engines from like working, right? And that will send a direct message into what hurts the most, right? Like the capitalist or the money making engine, right?
every time you see a protest, something like people are going out to say about something, it's
Hmm.
always like police and like fight and stuff. And
Right.
let's have actions, but at home, no fights. Stay at home. Just don't move. You read a book. We did this during COVID. How was it in your place, COVID? We stay at home for what? 3 weeks,
Yeah.
1 month?
Exactly.
Why not doing this for us? What if you do this in reaction of something? Who's down to do it? I'm down. What do you think? What's your call about it?
I think like absolutely, because like if we distance ourselves from collectivity, that will create tension, right? And tension, it's what keep us apart from being like having empathy, right? And absolutely, it could be like I don't know, it might sound like a more fantasy thing, but like a revolution of love, a revolution of empathy, a revolution of connectivity that would change things for the best. But the thing is that maybe we have like this part where it's not so much connected to the human side, which is like um, enterprises and profits and money and all that stuff. And I think that's a huge thing to overcome as a society and as a
Yeah.
humans
And
in that
again,
sense.
I
Yeah.
think it's so it. I, I'm hoping to go this way to be more um, collective action and stuff. But let's say you will always have someone saying like, "Sorry, today, the day you want to make this 24 hours, I have to see my grandmother and she's dying." You know what I mean?
Right.
That's why it's complicated because you will always have this. I can understand. It's like you've been waiting to see your mom for 5 years.
Yep.
And this day, you tell people like, stay at home.
Yep.
I have to see my mom. You know what I mean? It's like, so I don't know. I know I'm going far.
No, it's,
I'm
it's
not.
all good. It's all good. I love it. I
I'm
love it.
I'm a passionate person. I have
Yep.
I have ideas. I have opinions, and I tell this. But let's go back to your questions for sure.
Yeah, in that sense, I really like the idea that you have the Heart Skate Shop book. Can you tell us more about the Heart book?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And I think I always have I always have the book next to me. Just in case. I have to.
Nice.
That's thing, and it's my baby, and I will always like the hard thing. Like think about it. It's like just
Hmm.
think about the title. People they're like, why heart? The
Hmm.
heart is everything.
Yeah, yeah.
You need to, what I mean? It's like let's see in a wider, you know, uh, perspective of this
Hmm.
word. We need more heart in this world. We need more love.
Yeah.
So people are asking like, why this title is like this? This title is everything, and with more love, with more sharing, with more together,
Hmm.
we will probably solve a lot of problems. And
Absolutely.
so the idea of the book came during COVID.
Hmm.
Stayed at home. I was stuck and sad because all my plans were canceled.
Hmm.
Instead of crying, I was like, what can I do for skateboarding? Because I knew it would be difficult to survive, kind of. And I don't want to say that the book helped SketchUp to survive. I just wanted to do something
Yeah.
that pay a tribute to the foundation. So started to send a few, emails to my homies that own skate shops around Europe and the US and all over. And then they were like, "You want to make a book celebrating skate shops around the world? Let's go, let's go." And I had like a lot of messages from them saying like, "I'm ready. You want to do the interview on the phone, by email, whatever?" And then the wave was really big, and I was like, "Okay, now I can't go back to, watching Netflix." I was like,
Right.
"Let's work now."
Yeah.
And it took me a year to from the beginning to like the last page, and it was a team effort because all the photos in the book are coming from the community of
Hmm.
each skate shop.
Yeah.
Because I could have done this book traveling the world and shooting the skate shops myself, but it would have been like very egocentric. Like this book, it's about them, not about me.
Right.
There's just a little intro saying like my experience in a SketchUp when I was 13,
Hmm.
but then I gave the mic to those people that has something to say.
Hmm.
So, and I had to talk to those brands in the industry because I really wanted to see, what they think about it, what they think about the project, and dang, they were so hyped.
Yeah,
There's not
absolutely.
one brand that were like, oh, I don't know about it. They were like, we will support. So mainly the whole industry put $1 in this book.
Yeah.
uh, so and then I had this distribution from Japan, from Europe, from UK. It was insane to see how people were so hyped into it, and when it was released, it was like a big boom of like, what I love the most, promoting other skate shops. Like, I don't know if you saw like welcome skate shops in Madrid. They did a shoe collab with Nike.
Hmm.
All the skate shops got the shoes, and they promoted the collab, and they said, yeah, it's coming from Spain, from Madrid, from Welcome SketchUp. So we are living in an era that it's awesome to see SketchUps being tied together. And you see some brands like SketchUps from Berlin. They have their
Hmm.
own brand now. They run their like civilist brand, like their own merch.
Yes.
And now you see the merch from the shop in SketchUps in New York, SketchUps in Tokyo, or
Yeah, they're
so it
all
means
over.
something,
Absolutely.
which is like, no, it's not just the skate shop. They're aware of like what's happening outside, and it's not only the brands we know. It's like we're stoked to carry those brands. And I don't know. I love what's happening in skateboarding today. I
Hmm.
love what's happening, but all this thing of like too much of information is maybe a little bit too much.
Yeah.
But
And it
I
kind of
would say
puts.
that,
Uh-huh.
I like when, I think the most important thing is to do you. I know people that can like do things like all day long on TikTok and Instagram, and they're like,
Yeah.
I love it. If you don't like it, don't do it. I think it's heavy on our shoulders. Like
Yeah.
personally, I know that if I don't post shit on Instagram, I would be out.
Hmm.
But I don't want to post every day. I'm
Right.
tired of it. I just want to do me. But
Exactly.
it's gonna be fine, and I just have to think about, create, and my travels, my next projects, and that's all matters.
Absolutely.
Sorry, my bro. Like I talk a lot,
No, that's
but
amazing. That's amazing. I truly value when my guests are very talkative because it's we can see a wider perspective of the individual, and I think that's so rich. So thank you so much for talking a lot. In that sense,
of course.
I know that. So you were saying that individuality is or doing you is such an important thing. So your character, Gus Gus, I was listening to an interview of you that you were saying that you were having like a lot of nightmares when you were growing up, and it you were like articulating that thing into you needed to express something, right? And that thing was Gus, this character you have in many of your paintings. um, can you tell us a little bit more about Gus character?
So the painting thing came very late, as I told you, like 27, 28. When I finished studying, I started to work with friends on a crossover magazine.
Yep.
So it was like about surf, skate, snowboard, music,
Hmm.
and it was good, you know, because um, I didn't want to work in a just random job. I felt like I was connected to my world, you know,
Yep.
at first. And so it was like 23, I was 23 or something when I started to work. And it was kind of my first job.
Hmm.
And then painting came after like 27, and it was it was random,
Hmm.
honestly. Like you talk about Gus came way after. I would say probably 10 years after I started to draw, you
Oh,
know,
really?
like my first,
Oh, wow.
yeah, 10 years. So
Uh-huh.
it was, at first it was random,
Hmm.
no goals, no dreams. It was just like, let's just create.
Hmm.
And I I didn't think about next. It was just like one drawing and another. And the thing is, it happened at the very beginning of Facebook.
Hmm.
So I didn't know how, you know, the meaning of this app. You know, I think about the very big, the 2020, it was 2007 or
Yep.
2008.
Hmm.
I started to get friends that I don't know. And then I started to post some drawings,
Hmm.
and I had some people like, hey, that's cool. Like, and out of the blue, I had people like asking me if I want to collab, if I want to do a show or a solo show or stuff like this. And I
Hmm.
was like, I have no idea how to do it. But I was like, okay, let's try.
Hmm.
So I would say that my career was pretty much like step by step, you know. It was
Yep.
like a first little show and another one, and then a collab, and then doing some stuff in skateboarding, and then at the age of 23, sorry, 33,
Hmm.
which is 6 years after I started, I decided to quit the magazine
Hmm.
to just be on my own and do only my drawings and my projects, which is, as you can see, I'd love to do things, you know, like for
Yep.
me, to living as an artist is not
Hmm.
just like having a canvas and paint on it,
Right.
because I would die.
Hmm.
For me, living as an artist is traveling, making books, create music. It it's like eating something different. It's like watching movies, listening. You know what I mean? It's like
The
it's so
experimentation.
wide.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my life is like super wide open, and tomorrow you'd see me maybe working in I don't know, music industry. You know,
Yeah.
maybe in the film industry. Am I going to be an actor? Probably not. Am I going to work because I have something to say and maybe I love to write scenarios?
Yeah.
Who knows? You know, I'm like,
Right.
I'm down. Am I going to be a chef and have my own bakery? And why not?
Yeah. Yeah, I love it because it's like embracing like how you evolve yourself, right? Embracing change, and I think like as we grow older, we leave that idea behind. We want more stability and stuff. But if we think about it, the only thing that we have like for certain is change, right? And the more you are aware of that law, if you want to say it like that, you will be more happy, I guess. And in that sense, like, were you scared when you left your work for like becoming a full-time artist? Well,
Yeah, for sure. Because when I decided to quit, I had no like I had no options. You know, I don't want to go deep into this, but
Hmm.
I wanted to um, be involved with the magazine, which is
Right.
like really involved, and it
Yeah.
couldn't happen. So I
Hmm.
was like, okay, like there's no reason for me to stay.
Hmm.
So I left, and the first thing I did, I I went to my mom and I said, I quit,
Hmm.
and now I want to be full-time artist. You know what she did? She cried. She cried, and she said,
Yes.
"What are you gonna? How are you gonna live
Hmm.
as an artist?"
Yeah.
It's funny because now it was the best decision ever. My mom, when I talk about it, it was it was 10 years ago, and I talked to my mom and I said, "Do you remember when you cried?" And I said, "I'm quitting this job,"
Hmm.
and now we're laughing about it because now I take my mom to vacation.
Yeah.
I took her to New York
Yeah.
with the full dream of like first time in the US and everything you want to you think of when you go to New York for the first time.
Yeah.
And I said, "See, mom, it wasn't my job. It was just me
Yeah.
and my dream
That's amazing.
to take you there, you know?" So I want to say,
Yeah.
like, if you listen to this, take your chance. Take it.
Yeah.
Nobody will for you. Do it for you. And you know what? If it works, it works. If not, you find a way, you know? You find a different direction. You're just here for a few years. We're
Yeah.
just here for, I say few years, I exaggerate, but let's say from a couple of decades.
Yeah.
Are you gonna are you gonna cry every day because you don't like your job, you don't like your life,
Yeah.
or you're gonna take the responsibility of yourself? Be like, I'm a man, I'm a woman, I have ideas, and I want to try.
Absolutely. That's beautiful,
This
man.
is my motto. And every day I meet people, the youth, I don't say bullshit. Say, do everything you can to make things happen. You want to work in a radio station? Make it happen. Just record yourself with with your camera and pretend you're a radio guy,
Mhm.
and just put it on your Instagram and see, you know,
Yeah.
because we are. When I say we, it's like as a
It's a collective.
best to find excuses.
Yeah.
Always find excuses like, oh, sorry, I couldn't make it because I was blah blah blah, you know.
Yes.
You are your responsibility. You are responsible of yourself. And I know you can tell me that depends where you grow up. It could be easier, that's true. You can grow up in a beautiful family, healthy, with money, everything. I don't say no. You're right. I didn't choose my family.
Hmm.
And
Yep.
my family was just a normal family with like no crazy money, no poor. I was just, you know, normal, you know, normal kid, you know, with,
Yep.
you know. But when I see happen to my life, I always tell people, if I do it, you can do it. That's because I don't think I'm better. I think that I took my chance. That's
Absolutely.
it.
And
But
that's
if you take your chance, don't miss it. It's like if you go to a job interview, you just want to be like, my name is Romeo. I would love to be involved. No, take the take.
yeah, put
I
on the
you
jacket and yeah, own it, right?
and yeah, it's for me. Anyone to get the chance for you, grab it. And I remember a lot of meetings that I had in the past with some like brands to convince them for my projects. Trust me, they still remember that day. I went crazy. I jumped on the table. I did a crazy dance.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And it's like after the meeting, they were like, "What the fuck happened?"
Yeah. Yeah,
Minutes
took them by
later, they shake
surprise.
my hand. I'm like, and they said like, "Money's on the way." You know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, you have to be bold, right? You have to enter like with security and confidence of what you have and what you can like bring to the table, right? If not, like, if I always say that if you don't believe in yourself, no one will. But I think like rephrasing that phrase will be like the most important kind of confidence is the one that you put in yourself, right?
True. And to follow up, I like to say nowadays, not enough to be good. Nowadays, to be good. Back then, if you were good, you could make it happen.
Yeah.
Now There's too much good people. You have to be incredible.
Yeah.
Put this in your head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To be good is not enough. Now you have to be like insane.
Yeah.
For anything you do, be insane.
Absolutely. That's amazing.
Good is not enough. Good is average. Good
Uh-huh.
is like so now.
Yeah.
Every people you see that are making crazy thing is they had the mindset that be good is not enough. Now you have to be like
Yeah.
extraordinary. Extraordinary.
Yeah. That's amazing. And in that sense, this collection that you recently made, the I Am Enough, I think it's amazing that you are giving back the power to oneself, to the people that it's easy, I guess, like to feel down around this Valentine's Day and all that marketing promotion, and not everyone has the privilege to have someone with them, but they will have themselves with them, right? And like thinking I am enough is it's amazing. Like how did you end up like creating this collection?
You know, every year I see the Valentine's Day coming. I
Yeah.
always think about I don't want to be in this thing anymore. Yes, I did when I was younger, had no experiences, and was like, oh, this is Valentine's Day. I'm gonna get a flower to my lady.
Yeah.
Now I'm against it,
Hmm.
and the power of this thing, because every like a week before, let's say 2 weeks before, even like a month before, we start seeing like a lot of ads, a lot of like promotion about
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
And I was like, what can I do? Because there's a lot of people that are single those days.
Hmm.
And it reminds them like they're like not normal. Why are you single? Are you single because you're ugly? Are you
Yeah.
single because nobody likes you? Are you single because no, I'm single because I want to be single. We never
Mm.
we never say this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like what if I say right now I'm single,
Hmm.
I'm happy. I don't want to be with someone. I want to be with myself, with my friends. And I was like, I'm enough right now. I'm enough.
Yeah.
And I have plenty of love from my friends. Society is like, no, you have to be with someone, and
Yeah.
because you have to purchase something for someone, and I was like, let's do something, celebrate those people that are single and happy. And the response were so good. Like I had so many messages, and a
Yeah.
lot of girls, actually, a lot
Yeah.
of girls send me a message through Instagram and be like, I'm single and
Hmm.
happy, and thank you for doing this.
Yeah.
So I have plenty of ideas like this, and I
Hmm.
think this, even if I'm just a little like send in the world
Yeah.
compared to the world, if you get the message and you get the idea, and if even if it was like 100 of people,
Hmm.
I'm happy about it. You know,
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's amazing because like when I saw that you were like posting about like that you were releasing this, thought about that actually, like because you are like getting bumped with all this Valentine's thing and that you should be with someone and on all of that it makes you feel excluded, right? And just like owning the idea that you are enough, it's a powerful thing for people.
there is honestly, let's if we go further,
Hmm.
the society sometimes is playing a bad role.
Yeah.
Like the lady, the house, like you need to be rich.
Hmm.
You need to have like a beautiful work, a beautiful job.
Yeah.
You need to have 3 kids, 2 dogs. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
it's kind of like a frame
A portrait of
society
what
want you to be
life. Yeah.
of the life
Uh-huh.
of family.
Yeah.
Doesn't give people chance to think that another future is possible.
Yep.
We don't have to be the same. We don't have to have kids no matter what. And it's like I don't have kids. Oh, you don't have kids? You're 42? And so what? You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
am I obliged? Is it an obligation?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, what do you know about me? What do you know about my story?
Yeah.
So, and it's like putting a lot of pressure on people's shoulder
Hmm.
every day. People are getting like super depressed because of like, oh, I don't have a job. I'm a piece of shit.
Hmm.
Because the society reminds you you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So we never talk about the society, but it's like putting a lot of people in depression for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, especially like if we try to like follow this path that sometimes it's unreal.
Yeah,
No,
it's just like, sorry, but I don't know. Again, what I said at the very beginning, do you is just like living in the middle of nowhere and growing vegetables and being happy with this. You have to be a trader, 3 kids, one wife, 3 dogs, and $1 million in your bank account. Do you. Do you. And even if your parents are not happy about it, your parents are just your parents.
yeah,
Do you.
absolutely.
Only message I want to spread through your podcast.
Hmm.
Even if I love skateboarding, I want to have like a bigger scope when I talk about it.
Yeah,
Do you. And
absolutely.
if you don't like skateboarding, and if it's the coolest thing ever, I don't blame you. If you don't have to do skateboarding.
Right.
Same,
Yeah, you have to
you know.
do you. Yeah.
Same with the fashion brands.
Yep.
If you don't know shit about skateboarding,
Hmm.
just think it's cool. You don't have to use it. You don't have to use it to pretend you're cool, because we know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
A lot of like big brands.
Yeah.
Let's put a skateboard there because it's cool, but you don't have to use it on your publicity or promotion. Just leave it there. Just look, and if you want to know more about it, contact the right people, and they will do a good job for you. Because every time you see like a fashion show, you see like super awkward thing,
Hmm.
it's just because there's nobody to tell them how it is.
Yeah.
They just think that it's just a piece of wood and you just hang with this. But yeah, talk to the right people.
Absolutely. I have another question for you. So, I saw that you painted on a Vice magazine, and you sent them to them, and it opened this like whole of opportunities for you. In that sense, you created your own opportunities. What can you advise to people that are maybe afraid to show their work or whatever they try to achieve? But like, what can you advise them to open like opportunities for them?
I think it's an excellent question, and we should. I don't know if it's your last question, but we should end with this question
Yep.
because it's the most important thing.
Yep.
Now you get the idea of who I am, and I
Hmm.
guess the, your community will as well. But the others are super important. The youth are super important, and you're right. The idea of like pending on skateboard magazines was probably my best idea. But it was like I was super sincere. I was super true with it. I grew up with skateboard magazine,
Hmm.
and I was surrounded by it. 100 of Transworld magazine, 100 of Thrasher, 100 of Slap magazine, whatever, Sugar from France, whatever. And then I was bored and I started to draw on it, and I was like, dang, Vice magazine was the first.
Hmm.
Send them an email, like, what is it? You just go on the website, you see an email, whatever it is, info@vice.com. I was like, who cares? I know nobody will respond, but let's try. They said, we love it. Can we share it? And do you want a subscription? And maybe you can do more. And I was like, okay,
Yeah.
let's do this. And then I was like, let's do this with skateboarding because this is my thing.
Hmm.
And I did the same. And um, 8 months later, I was getting like a subscription from like 10, 12 magazines. And I was like spoiled because I was getting all the magazines from around the world. So,
Yeah.
and then like all those magazines started to talk about this and like spread it through Instagram, and it helped me to grow my community. So it was probably my best way to kind of like promote my thing. But let me give you another example of something that is very accessible,
Hmm.
and someone told me about it. So I met someone that is working for. We don't need to know the company,
Yep.
and it's a big company
Hmm.
and in the fashion industry, and I was like, how did you get your work? How did you get to be the community manager, like the Instagram thing.
Yep.
Like, think about it, like big companies. You know how many people are working in behind like an Instagram page?
Lots.
Sometimes 25 people.
Yeah.
So it's a very big thing right now. And I was like, damn, how did you get the job? He said, I made it happen. How? Simply, it was like, my dream is to work with this company. You can send, your CV, or, like your,
Yeah,
how
resume
you call
or
this?
yeah.
Resume.
Mm-hmm.
You will go anywhere. They receive like 1,000 a day. Friend, I'm gonna show them how much I love them. You know what he did? He opened an Instagram fan page.
Wow.
Think about it. This person is in love with the brand. He knows everything from day one to now.
Yeah.
And he started to put a lot of good content. He
Yeah.
started to interview some people that work there.
Mm-hmm.
And he was posting every day, mentioning the brand every day, get some following. One day, the brand found out about him because, of course,
Yeah.
months later, he got the job, like to be the main community manager. So take this as an example. If you love a brand, show them some love. I'm sure something will happen after that. Get noticed. But how to get noticed? Not just by sending an email, say, hey, can I work with you? Something that when they're gonna see, be like, he knows everything about us. He is the man. Let's get him in our company. It works for, and I was like, this
Yeah.
is the best advice.
Yeah.
Make it happen. Be true. We know a lot of people are sending a lot of emails to whatever because they want a job. Send less. Just do the best. It was like best idea. And I didn't think about it before, but hey, if I knew, I would do this. If I want to work with someone,
Yeah.
like you want to work with girls skateboard, send them love. Show how much you know about the brand. They're gonna call you and be like, hey, come over. We want to talk to you. That's
Yeah.
it.
That's crazy because you won't be like waiting for like things to just fall from the sky, right? You just have to like work your way through it, and it's the only way to get noticed these days, right?
By being honest with what you love. Yes, it's so hard those days that on LinkedIn, people are like sending resume to whatever, like Adidas, Nike, Puma, the New Balance.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it. You can work with anyone, or do you prefer someone? Ask you this question. What brand do you prefer in the shoe company? So just focus on them. Don't lie to you. It's your dream. Try to reach out to too much people because you
Yeah.
want to, you want to make it happen. Just pick the one.
Yeah.
And if there's no one, do what you want to do. Let's say I talk about the bakery thing. There is no good bakery where I live. I'm thinking to make one, mine. And I don't know anything about the job. I don't know anything about how to make it. I'm a bakery lover. I've been all around the world to taste the best croissant, the best pain au chocolat. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 You have your
To
taste.
make it,
Yeah.
but I know the good one.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like maybe in 3 years I will have a bakery. It will be a banger. A lot of people will stop by and they will
Hell
be
yeah.
like, "Oh, I've never seen a bakery like this. Do you want me to do something good or something incredible?" You have the answer already.
Absolutely.
Incredible. That's the key. That's the only way.
That's amazing. Well, Lucas, thank you so much for being here. Honestly, like it's been incredible to speak to you and like have a piece of your mind shared here with us today. Honestly, it's been so inspiring. And just for lastly, if you wanna just say something to the audience or just like something that you wanna promote or a message for the audience, the mic is yours.
Yeah. Um, yeah, let's connect. You want to talk to me? You have ideas? You have like stuff you want to talk about? Instagram, and then who knows? Let's see. I might be surprised. All ideas are open. And if you want to talk because you have like something in your head, something in mind, talk to me, and you see maybe the magic will happen.
Perfect. Thank you so much again. You're a true, passionate artist and human being. Thank you
Thank you,
so
my
much.
friend, and see you next time.